What's up everyone, Gamal here. Today we're talking about the $1 Million Black Friday Cyber Monday playbook. What is it, you might ask? Well, a few years ago, a brand reached out and wanted some consulting for Black Friday. They were doing okay, but I ended up giving them the framework that allowed them to go on and make $1 million in a single month for Black Friday Cyber Monday. And another person reached out and was like, hey, we're a pretty new brand. Can this thing work for us? And they did it, and within 10 days of implementing it, they signed up to our paid program, and within 10 days of implementing it, they made 147K, more than made back their money. It worked so well that Shopify heard what was going on and wanted to make a course with me. And so we created Holiday Launch Formula, which is a course and a webinar and a masterclass all about Black Friday, Cyber Monday. So what I decided to do is take that actual course that the person did 147K and $1 million from and give you access to the video. So you're about to see me head out, and I'm going to bring on the actual paid masterclass that led to those successes, and you get it for free $99. My only ask is that you drop in the comments below what part was most valuable to you, and in 3 weeks or so after Black Friday Cyber Monday, let me know how much money you actually made in the comments below, right? So I know this was worth leaking this information that typically people pay for. So without further ado, enjoy the video. Running a successful holiday sale, every single thing that you're going to need to do to pull this off. And it's worth mentioning that this is like a huge opportunity for e-commerce. Each year, Black Friday gets bigger and bigger and bigger, and new sales and new revenue gets broken every single year. I think last year they did something like Shopify did $37 million per hour in orders. And so huge opportunity to grow. And the funny thing is that on Thanksgiving, people started realizing that on Thanksgiving, people were starting to spend. So on Thanksgiving, they did like 3.7 billion on just Thanksgiving. And then Black Friday, it like pretty much almost doubled to 6.2 billion. But what's crazy is that Cyber Monday did almost $8 billion. So there's a huge opportunity to start a little earlier. And that's something that I'm going to share with you, something that I shared with German last year. And I'm going to show you exactly how to do that. But it's also important to leave something in the tank for Cyber Monday, because that's literally the biggest data shot. So we're going to cover the sales strategy to execute on, a very simple and easy sales strategy, the best sales to run from my experience and from my clients' experiences that I've advised, and also the website setup, how you can set your store up to execute on this, the ads you need to run, and the email campaigns you need to run. And once again, if you have any questions, drop them in the chat along the way. I'm not going to stop the presentation. I'm going to save all the questions till the end, all right? And we'll go in order to answer questions. All right, so first thing up is that the strategy and the mindset behind this is that you should only focus on warm and ready to buy people. So a big misconception with people who are running holiday sales is that they want to focus on these people in the beginning. If you remember with the upside framework, that these are people who are unaware of their problem, unaware that you solve your problem, and then unaware of the solution, and then they're solution ready, but they don't know that your company exists. This is like typical cold traffic. If I'm on a limited budget, I would not waste any money running a sale to these people. When I ran my sale, I pretty much had all my top of funnel ads just kept running. And then I created a separate campaign just for the holiday sale and then turned it off when I was done. I didn't change my store around or anything like that. It's kept everything as normal. And I created like a mini site that I sent all the people who know my solution existed or was a past customer. So I'll break down what I did with them in a little bit more detail, but I just wanted to let you know that I do not advise trying to convert cold people, because you only have like a day to convince people to buy. And people don't convert in a single day unless you're just really looking for your thing. So part of my strategy, which I'm going to leave you with to-do steps, is to try to grow your list and your audience as much as possible prior to that holiday sale, and then only run your sale to people who visited your website, purchased from you in the past, watched your content, follows you on Instagram. Those are the only people you should be focusing on. So not ready to buy audiences should not be included. Anyone who hasn't doesn't know you exist yet should not be included. Only focus on these people. And ideas of that are anyone who has visited your Facebook or Instagram account, anyone who's looked at your Facebook or Instagram ad in the past 6 months to a year, anyone who's visited your website, everyone who's obviously viewed your products or added to cart, or past customers. These are the people that you should be focusing on. And a couple of key areas, like the 5 main areas to focus on, if you had to just simplify. The overall objective is people are going to expect to get a deal, and I strongly encourage you to give them a deal. But in order to combat that, what you need to focus on is increasing the average order value and increasing your conversion rate. And so the best ways that I've done that is through bundling products. And so I essentially don't offer any discount on if someone wanted to buy one product. The discount starts if you buy 2 or more. So I created bundles for packs of 2 products, 3 products, and 4 products. And it has an incremental, like a value ladder. So the more you buy, the bigger the discount. And so that was one of the ways I got to, even though I offered like a 30 or 40% discount, people actually spent more with me because the discount didn't start unless you at least are buying 2, 3, or 4 products. And so offering a staggered discount when they buy more is a great way to do that, to get more money out of them and to raise how much revenue you do. And I've done it by just because I have a simple product category or product catalog, just by creating bundles or 2, 3, or 4 products. You can also do it by a total dollar spend, like let's say 20% off or 15% off on $50 spend, or 25% off on $100 spend, and 35% off on $150 spend. You can also do it that way too. I will go in great detail about how I did it with the number of items, and I'll also show you one suggestion you can do for total dollar spend. If you have a limited number of items or a limited number of best sellers, I would do it this way. If you have a really complex and deep catalog, it may be easier for you to do it by total dollar spend. And this is only recommended if you have a ton of items in your catalog and you do not have best sellers. But most people have like best selling 3 to 5 items. So I would recommend this way if you can identify with that. Offer an exclusive discount. So make a crazy offer that's only available during the holiday. And then save an offer in the pocket for Cyber Monday. This is going to be really crucial for capturing additional sales. What's crazy is that people who bought during the sale, once I reintroduced another sale on Cyber Monday, they bought more stuff. And so, like, there's a famous saying on internet marketing that a buyer is a buyer is a buyer, meaning that someone who buys once is the best person to try to get to buy again, especially when they're in holiday mode. So one of the things you could think through is if you have, let's say, 5 products, you may offer 3 products on sale for 3 products on sale throughout the week, and then on Cyber Monday, you offer an additional product that wasn't previously discounted. Or you may offer, let's say you have 2 products throughout the whole month or the whole Cyber Monday sale. You may offer product 1 at a 25% discount and then product 2 at a 15% discount. And then on Cyber Monday, you may also introduce product 2 at a bigger discount or something like that. Or another option is to launch a special product that's only available on Cyber Monday. So you may have product 1 or 2 on sale throughout the holiday sale. And then on Cyber Monday, you offer a free gift or something for everyone who buys during that day that's only exclusively available on Cyber Monday. This is probably the biggest thing that helped my success, and German would attest to it. Like, our strategies are moving faster and faster away. When I read that statistic that Thanksgiving Day people purchased some, but not as much as Black Friday and Cyber Monday, the kind of idea bells went off for me, and I actually launched the day before too. Last year, I started the Monday before Cyber Monday. So what I realized, consumers are already in the buying mode at least a week before Black Friday. This time around, I actually probably are going to start advertising the week before, and I'll show you how I plan on doing that. You have to create a unique experience, and because we're only targeting warm audiences, I'm going to create something called like a VIP pre-sale sale or VIP Black Friday pre-sale for people who are warm audiences and past customers. So I'll explain all of that in great detail. But the idea is that people are ready to spend money right now. You don't have to wait on that day and compete with everybody, because that day you're probably going to have the most expensive ad cost in the life of your brand the whole year. So one of the things that I've been doing and that I've been advising people on is making sure that you are getting in front of your customers before your competitors do. Because if you're in a category and someone has, let's say, $500 to shop for themselves or others on Black Friday, and they're waiting for Black Friday, and you show up 4 days before, tell them they're a VIP, take their money. Now you don't have to wait and try to compete for their email inbox or their social media screens with your competitors throwing similar offers. So first person in usually wins. Another strategy is to email past customers and warm audience. My first year, I think we were in business for maybe 5 months before, or 4 or 5 months before Black Friday started, and my email list wasn't that great. Every email I sent out, I made like $1,000 on, and I wish I would have sent more emails. So I recommend at least send in 3 to 4 emails a day on Black Friday and Cyber Monday. But now that I'm instructing you to launch at least 3 to 4 days, at least the Monday before, I would definitely send out an email at least 2 times a day leading up, and then 3 to 4 on Black Friday, and then 3 to 4 on Cyber Monday. And we'll break down emails in a second. This is what we're going to focus on ads, or like whatever you have going now, you could just keep them in place. But we are going to create specific ads to past customers and warm audiences. And they're going to be simple, straight to the point ads. These are people who already know your brand, who have already been following you. And as you know, that in the funnel, these are people who are hanging out in the deal phase. They know about your solution, but they're looking for the right deal. This is when you're going to strike them with the deal. And so no wasting any time, just go straight to the point. I'm going to show you some like copywriting and things you can do to create that opportunity to get some purchases from people who have not been a customer yet and are kind of on the fence. So the first thing is build in offers in the sales page. You can create bundle products in your, you can create bundle products and add them into a holiday collection so that after the holiday rush, you can hide them from your online store. So it was very complicated for me to try to figure this out with all the products that I had already. And it was a pain in the butt to create discounts on products and then change them back. So what I decided to do is just create bundles. I essentially created, let's say, product one. In Canva, created an image with 2 of the products, 3 and 4 of the products. And then I created a product, and it would literally be product 1 2x, or product 1 dash holiday 2x dash holiday 3x dash 4x. And you would just adjust the price. So for me, I think I did the first year a incremental discount of, what was my discount? I think it was 15 for 2, 25% discount for 3, and 35% discount for 4. But I know my margins and all that stuff, so you can use whatever discounts you seem fit. Or for people with like a whole lot of products or no real clear bestsellers, you can actually use a minimum amount discount, which is a new feature in the discount section, where you can essentially say, if they spend $50, they can use this discount. If they spend $100, automatically apply this discount. And if they spend $150, automatically apply this discount. You can do something like that. But for dollar amounts, I'd probably only maximize the discount layers at maybe 2 thresholds, because 3 or 4 starts to get really complex. So I'd probably just do $50 and $100, and you get incremental discount. But that's a plan B. Plan A would be to create these bundles. That would be the ideal thing to do. It just works out a lot better that way. The second thing to note is that I created a mini site of my best sellers, and I use Zipify pages, which for those of you who have gone through the course, you know all about that landing page builder. I created a mini site and showcase all the items, and I'm going to show you all of this stuff once I'm done with the slides. So if you're confused, you won't be in a few seconds. But I wanted to understand the kind of flow. So I created a bundle, created a mini site, and put that on a page. I sent all the traffic to it. Anything from my Instagram link in my bio, all my ads went here, all my emails went here. I created a link on my home page of my website that went here, and I sent everybody here. So my regular website was the same, and the only thing that looked like it was a holiday sale was right here. So I'll show you what that looks like. And then I created an actual product page for each offer. So a landing page highlighting my best sellers, and then a product page for each of those products that I was discounting. And I'll show you this in a second. It'll make a lot more sense. You just need to know the flow for now. And then on top of that, I created a upsell page to help them spend even more money with that. And I showcased a complimentary item on that. And so here's what that looks like, so you won't be confused. Bring this over.
Oh, by the way, if you enjoy learning from me and you'd like to learn more, just subscribe to my channel, set the notifications. I'm committing to launching more YouTube videos, so if you'd like to get some free dope content, if you're an online founder and an online entrepreneur.
All right, so this is what happened. So let me minimize this a bit. All right, so when someone came, there was a countdown timer, which is important. And the countdown timer, I think, led up to Black Friday. And then after that, I updated the time to indicate the midnight for Cyber Monday. Real quick Canva image. And I just said our holiday sale is here, real sweet and to the point. Went up to 50% off select bundles. And I think I discounted 50% off of something. I don't even know what 50% off like my least bestseller, which is a psychology thing that we talked about. And I just took an image of the product, offered the real incentive, 2 bottles, 15, 3, 25, 4, 35. I did that for each, and I just indicated what the discount, what the normal price versus regular price would be. And that was it for all my items. And there was no header or anything like that, so you couldn't click out. The only way you'd go to the full store is this little small image down here. And when people would click on this link, I would take them to another mini site, which is this, my product page for each offer. So if they clicked on this, they would see, what would they see? They would see this. It's a very simple and also available in Zipify page. And I'll show you the templates, and that was it. It was the countdown timer with scarcity, and it was fresh heritage beard oil with the 3 offers. 2 at 15, 3 at 25, 4 at 35, all this hoop and holler stuff. And that was it. Very simple. So if they clicked on this, they went here. If they clicked on this, let me see if this link works. If they clicked on that, they saw the same thing, but for my second product. Let me show you which one is that. It was vitamins. They clicked on the vitamins page right here. They got taken to this very similar thing, right? And all I did was I created one page. I created, let's say I have 3 top products. I created this page and I just duplicated it and swapped out the image. That's all I did. And then when someone hit buy now, what you can do in Zipify page is you can actually have the product added to cart and direct the customer to a specific URL. So once they hit buy now, this product is already added to their cart, but instead of taking them to their cart, I took them to an upsell page to show off a complimentary item. So what I did there was, that's not it. What I did there was, let me show you. So if you were on beard oil, sorry, that's not beard oil. If you were on product number 1 right here, my product number 1, and you click buy now, I would add this to your cart and then redirect you to my upsell page. And I called it an order bump, right? So I would give you an order bump of vitamins because that's a complimentary product, right? Showcase a complimentary product. And this is what that would look like. Let me see if it would allow me to preview it. It won't allow me to preview it. Let me try it here. Okay, so this countdown timer would be here, and all it would say, this is already a template in Zipify, and the product isn't showing now because it's my holiday product and I haven't turned it on, but it would say step 2, customize order, and I just said, congrats, you qualify for additional discounts. Save up to 25% with this purchase. And I included this product there. And I essentially had 2 options here. I had the product, which is like, let's say 2 of the product. And then this one would be 3 of the product. And it would just say a really quick thing right here, because remember, these are all past customers who they know the products. So I would just highlight 2 offers right here. And then what I did was they could either say no thanks, and this would take them directly to the shopping cart with the products from the first offer, or they can just hit this button right here, which would be highlighted. It's not highlighted now just because obviously this product is on hold. And what you can see is with this, I use the same option. I added the product to the cart and loaded the cart page. So in an ideal situation, someone would land here. Oh, I like this beard oil. Click shop now. And as you can see, the link on the destination is another Zipify page. And I would put this URL in here. Where is it at? Let me get this flow together for you. So click on beard oil. This sends you over to my first product. Very simple mini product website. If you added buy now, this will add this product to cart and then run you to my holiday sale vitamin order bump for my second best product. And then it'll add this to cart, send you here. Where's order bump? Send you here. And then once you added this to your order, it would also add the product to the cart and load the cart page. And so both of these products, these bundles, let's say you got 2 of these and 4 of the other ones, all of that would be added into your cart. So I would have made about $52 on this, $65 on this, a little over $100 in sales. Even though I am heavily discounting my product, I make up for it because I have an $100 order. Does that make sense, everyone? And why you should bundle your products? So once again, shop here, it goes here, click on that, it goes here, the order bump page, and this order bump page is already in Zipify. And they could either hit no thanks, in which it will go directly to the cart, or if they hit add to my order, just in one quick button, it would add it to the cart and then redirect them to the cart. So in a scenario where you have 3 best-selling products, like 1, 2, 3, you would just start by creating this page, and then you would duplicate it, swap out the pictures, put best-selling product number 2, duplicate it, put best-selling product number 3, and then for the shop now sale, you would just link this to best-selling product 1, best-selling product page 2, and best-selling product page 3. And then step 3 would be to create an order bump page for each of your best-selling products. So what I did was I created one with my vitamins. I actually just added both the gummies and the regular ones here. One simple thing, because my second and third best product are very similar. And I would just copy this and make a similar one for beard oil. And that is so if anyone started off the journey not buying best-selling product 1, but they jumped down here and bought the hair growth vitamins, then they would come to this page right here. They would come to this page right here. And when they click this button, it will add this product to cart and show them the beard oil order bump. So super repetitive, but I just wanted to make sure you guys understand the flow, because that's very important. This is what makes this extremely profitable. Asking people to order bundles of at least your top 2 or 3 products. So if you have a store with a lot of items, try to highlight your best 3 selling products and create this sequence. So once you have created that, right, that's the bundling offer and sales page, how you do that. And I'll show you how to go on to the next step. Next very important thing is start before your competitors and to keep a surprise discount for Black Friday and Cyber Monday. It can either be a bigger offer or it can be a gift. So like for the week of Black Friday, I'm just going to run a Black Friday deal. And I may pull an additional benefit out of my hat for Cyber Monday. Like I may offer a free gift if you buy, or maybe jump up the discount depending on how sales have been going. So that's what I'm going to do. Other key point is only talk to your list. So list building is super, super important. Email is your best friend. So send out 3 to 4 emails a day on Black Friday and Cyber Monday, 2 times a day on the other days leading up. At least one in the morning as soon as someone wakes up and they see their inbox, and one in the evening before they go to sleep. Because you got to remember, some people might actually be out shopping at the mall. Some people still do that. So you want to get them before they go and remind them once they come back in from shopping. And this is where segmentation becomes really important. So I would send out emails, which I didn't do the first year, but I'm definitely doing that now. I will encourage you to cross-sell. So looking at your list, you can send a general list, a general blast with VIP sales, or you can say, all right, all the people who bought product number 1, send them the discount email and follow with that with saying, hey, you bought product number 1. Hey, thanks for taking advantage of product number 1, but I see you didn't take advantage of my best-selling product number 2. So here's a reminder that product number 2 is on sale, and you would just link them directly to whatever product they didn't buy. So let's say you create a segment in Klaviyo, everyone who bought this product for the holiday only, you would just send a follow-up email with them and say, hey, I saw you bought product number 1. I just want to remind you, product number 2 is also on sale. We only have, a limited amount left. I would jump on this discount while you still have an opportunity, or while we still have some in stock. That's a cross-sell. Also on the blast, if you can show people exactly what they bought before, that would be great. This is really good for people with more complex and a higher volume of products. So your email would essentially show the pictures of the exact product. And if you have Klaviyo and you have the integration with Shopify, you can pull your images of your products right into the email. So let's say you have a collection of one product, you can just show all the collection items and say, here, our store's on sale, VIP sale for everyone. And you would show the specific collection they bought. And you can create the segmentation in Klaviyo that says, everyone over the past year who has bought these products or this collection. So that's also hyper important too, doing segmentation. I wouldn't do that if, I would only do that if you have a complex list or if your products are very different. If, well, let's say I had beard care and skincare, I would separate the two. But if I just had all beard care and it was like a beard oil versus a beard balm, I wouldn't go through that. I wouldn't go through that trouble of segmenting all those products. I would just include both of those products in my email blast. The other exception is if you have like a ton of products, like 20, 30, 40, 50 different items, and you have a lot of bestsellers. You don't have a clear 3 to 4 products. Let's say you have 3 different categories like activewear or apparel or things like that. I would try to segment them as much as possible and to really connect, because you don't want to have someone who, let's say, bought some hoodies from you or a jacket or a t-shirt. You don't want to send them information about like a travel bag. That might be something they're not interested in. So depending on your product mix and how different your products and categories are, kind of got to use your best judgment, because this takes a lot of effort and you only want to do this if you think you could get some incremental benefit. You don't want to do this and go through that work if you're probably not going to have that much return on investment for your time. This is also a good place to get people off the fence. So this is for your warm audience. If people who know about you, been following you on IG, are part of your list, visited your website, but have never purchased, you can also create that audience in Klaviyo. Like, it's really simple. It's just everyone on the list, but has purchased 0 times. And you can run a segmentation specifically for non-customers and say, hey, exclusive sale. This is the perfect time to try out our product. We're offering a VIP opportunity for people who would love to become our customers. Here's access to the deal. The thing is, you're sending everyone to the same deal, the same landing page. The only benefit of segmenting these is that you can communicate more directly to people. So like if you had customers who's bought from you 5 times versus someone who's never bought, sending the same blast may not get as many clicks versus speaking specifically to past customers and specifically to people who haven't bought yet. Same thing with segmenting your types of products and your collections. This is a great time to blast out your text message or Facebook Messenger list too. Not a place to create really lengthy communication, but you can just say, hey, VIPs, we just opened up early access to our BFCM holiday sale. Click link below and take them directly to your holiday page. Or you can say, hey, we just sent you an email highlighting our VIP sale we just opened up for you. And you can have them like direct them back to email or show the link in the text message that will bring them back to that email. And the most important thing is send them directly to your holiday landing page that you created. Do not send them to your homepage. I think I have some emails here. Let me see. Let me show you some stuff. Klaviyo, Holiday Friday. So this is from 2017. Like I said, I wish I sent out more emails. I sent out 3 emails that day, one at 9 a.m. As you can see, made about $1,000. And my email list was small. It was only 500 people. I was just getting started. And I sent out another list at 7 p.m. And then I sent out one at midnight, essentially saying, hey, you missed the sale. like windows closing, final chance. I made $3,000 off of a 500 person email list. So now obviously my email list is a lot bigger, but not bad. One of the takeaways that I'm going to show you also today, and like the to-do list, is for those of you who don't at least have 500 people on your email list, the very first thing you should be doing now is trying to grow your list. And so the takeaways from this in the last slide is going to be what you should be doing to grow your list, because between now and then, you can definitely get 500 people on your email list, and you can definitely at least use ads, like the giveaway funnel through Viper, or just a traditional lead generation ad to get 500 people on your list that you could, I'm 100% sure you can get great ROI on. So we're going to cover that less. We're going to cover that too. And so what I did was just, what was this list? This was essentially just everyone. I created a master segment and sent this out to everybody. And then part two was anyone who was engaged, all of my purchasers, anyone who's opened my email in the last like 6 months. I pretty much just blast this out to anyone who joined my sign up, and anyone who was on my list. And so it's very broad. I didn't do much segmentation, but I was just getting started. Didn't have a lot of email recipients. And so that's what I did starting off. And I figured, I'll show you this route and be really transparent, because I just started. I was 5 months in to the business, and I still did pretty good. Now, obviously, I would take my recommendation and try to segment if possible, and do all of this more advanced strategies that I'm going to implement today. So before I go, one of these things is I want to highlight how important it is to send as many emails as possible. That is like the minimum. And so I can't tell, let me see. So let's say I sent this one at midnight, right? So this is the third email. I've been bothering people. Like only 4 people unsubscribed. And I was really hesitant at first to like keep sending the whole, like one person said I was spam, who cares? But 4 people unsubscribed. Also, who cares? So now, like, I was really hesitant to send more than one email, and up until this point, I probably wasn't emailing a lot. Now, realistically, 3 to 4 is like the minimum. I'm sending probably like 5 to 6 emails on these days, but 3 to 4, the absolute minimum. I've been building up my email list, obviously, since then. But do not be afraid to send emails. Those 4 people who unsubscribed, so what? I made money every time I sent emails. Like in retrospect, I should have sent a lot more. So I just wanted to leave that with you. Don't be afraid. And email list building is the best thing you can do, because even if they don't, let's say between now and a month, you focus on running ads to grow your list. Let's say you spend $500 to grow your list up until then. Let's say you generate $1,500 from email revenue. Just in this month, you would have made a positive return on your money, but they're still a part of your list. So even if they don't buy now, over the next few months, you continue to send newsletters and sales to them, they're eventually going to convert. So like list building is super important for you. And now we're going to transition into ads. So one way to reach them is to email. The second way, not email, text message, Facebook Messenger, etc. The next way is to run ads. And 3 buckets of people to target. So these are people who are either buyers or have taken action that indicates they're interested in buying. And these are people who have added your product to cart, have started a checkout, obviously your customers, and you could download your list from your email provider and also add the audience that the pixel created. And I would try to make this as broad as possible. So for most of these audiences, you'll be able to go back 6 months. Some of these you'll be able to go back for the entire year. So bucket that. If you don't have a large list of these people and you're just getting started, I will also include just anyone who viewed your content if these lists aren't big. And this is essentially view content. Remember, that is anyone who has actually viewed your product page. So not people who visited your website or checked out your collections, but people who actually clicked on your product. So you know who you are. If these three categories aren't that big, I would just go ahead and add this in there too. And you just bundle all of these all into one audience, and then you save it. So let me show you what that looks like. All right, so this is my Black Friday sale. Let me show you. So essentially I created an all buyers. This is the audience I just mentioned. These are, and I just saved it. So I created this audience once, anyone who purchased, initiated checkout, everyone from my Klaviyo list, anyone who added to cart, that's what that means. I was just starting off too, so I also added anyone who viewed my content, US, this, English, and that was it. That was all the audience. Also, I usually are not a fan of a lot of different placements, but because in this season, all you want to do is get your brand in front of as many people as possible, I open it up to also the right column, also messenger inbox and audience like network and stuff. I usually am not a fan of this, but once again, the strategy is to try to get in front of your customers before your competitors do. So I pretty much left it open, and that's it. And I just used either a clicks to website objective, or in this case, it was a conversion objective, and that's all I used. And I set this budget. What was my total spend? 150, 3, 450, 600. So my total spend for buyers are about $600 a day. And then my total spend for my second category, what's this? About $300 a day on the other category. And the other category was this. It was my second biggest budget. So these were like $150 a day across 3 campaigns. And we'll talk about why I didn't just put one at 600, why I divided them into across 150. But essentially, this first bucket was about $600, and the second bucket was like half that, about $300 for the day or something like that. And what was in this one was anyone who engaged with my Facebook page, anyone who engaged in my Instagram page, all my followers, anyone who's watched more than 25% of any video that I've created. And for all of you who are in this training, you know you have access to these trainings that show you exactly how to create these. So we're not going to spend time on that. It's in the section of how to create these audiences. But essentially, I did the same thing. And I just created anyone who engaged with my page, anyone who watched 25% or more of my videos, anyone who engaged with my IG page. And I excluded anyone who started checkout. That was the only exclusion over the past 60 days, 6 months. And that was because all of these initiate checkout people should be seeing my ads appear in my buyers and buyers intent. So that was how I excluded those people. And that's it. So off to the the third part, which I didn't do then, but I will, in retrospect, I should have done this. I should actually create a third list, especially for people who have more than 1,000 people on their email list. I would create a whole nother ad set and just update and upload all of my email on that. For people who are under, 500 emails or under 1,000, it doesn't make sense because you won't be served that good. I would just add email lists into like one of these audiences. But if you have several thousand people on your email list, I would separate this out too. So you would have one audience for buyers and buyers intent, a second one for anyone who's engaged with your brand over the past year, and then the third one for anyone who's on your email list. And part 2 of this is why I didn't just create one big ad set. So my campaign was holiday sale, and I split up this amongst all. I have this theory that the best way to scale with Facebook is to split it up, because essentially, let's say my buyer's audience can serve I don't know, all the buyers and buyers interest. Let's say this can serve 500,000 people, right? And I have a daily budget of $150 or even $600 for that matter. Let's say I jumped it all in one. For you to reach everybody in that pocket in one day, it's damn near impossible for you to do it from one ad campaign because this is serving certain people of that 500,000. So my thought process behind this is if I have multiple campaigns going to that same person per day, that it will reach different people in that pocket. And my idea here is maximum exposure. So I wouldn't normally do this over like a long-term campaign, but because this is like a hyper shortened campaign, and my objective is reaching as many people who know I exist as possible before my competitors, I was okay with doing this, even though I knew some of these might be competing with each other. It was still a great way for me to spend as much money as possible. As you can see, each bucket, let's say of the 500 people, this is only going to reach 67,000 people. So how do I know that? How do I reach more than 67,000 people during this campaign? Is by bucking them off. So in theory, this would have reached one set of 67,000 people. I duplicated the campaign, called it dash two. This would have reached a second set of 67,000 people, duplicated again, and this would have reached a separate set of 64,000 people. So collectively, this one didn't get delivered, but collectively that would be about $600. But instead of us bucking it into one, I did it this way. And you can see that they obviously reach different people because the first one got a 3.4x return, the other one got a 3, and this one got a 2.2. Obviously, this one was better, but I was still fine with getting a 2.3 return on spend because I made 5K off of this, off of spending 2K. I'm A-okay with making $3,000 profit from this. And by splitting it up this way, I think amongst all these, let's call both of these about $5,500, and this one was like another 2,000. So let's say I spent 7,000 over the past couple of days. I made like 25 grand on this, so I'm perfectly fine with that. And I did the same thing for my second category of engaged people. So these were smaller budgets, like $50 to $80 a day. But same idea. I knew that these pockets were going to reach different people, and they did. So this one reached 28,000 people. This one reached 81,000. This one reached 86,000. And they got different ROI. So this one I made $5.50 for every dollar I spent. And the lowest one I only made 2.6. But once again, I'm fine spending $1,000 and capturing 2,600 from that because I just don't want my competitors to give these people an offer. And so this is what I did over I think it's like 2 or 3 days of spending over that Black Friday holiday sale, and I made 30 grand in like a weekend or 2 days or whatever this was. So not bad at all. And if I were doing this all over again, I would just add this third segment because now my email list is bigger. The ad creatives. So use emojis to get their attention, just a clean image of the person wearing or highlighting your product, and this text overlay just saying holiday sale. Keep it super simple. Add some color in there to pop it, but just keep it really simple and make them feel exclusive. So say because you're going to be running this at least the Monday before, or in my case, the week before, just say preferred customers only, pre-holiday Black Friday sale. If you're seeing this, you're the preferred customer. Or early access sale for VIP customers. Get early access to our holiday sales. Make them feel good about it. And I think when I first started, my ad creatives for the engaged shoppers were super simple. It was a text image with emojis and just that, literally Black Friday. Not the best ad creative, but hey, it worked. And I'm a big believer in done is better than perfect. And then the other one was a video, just a review video for that I had, where this young lady was saying that she loves it for her guy, and this is like a great holiday gift option. And I did this. Now that I've had some more experience, I would improve this ad copy to mention these things: preferred customers only, or early access sale for VIP customers. But very simple ad creative, doesn't need a lot to generate 30 grand. And those are my two ads. That's all I did. And I want to say I use the same ad for both audiences. So my buyers group, yep, same ad copy. So same ad copy, one video, one text, and they both perform pretty well. So not bad. Let me see one thing actually. Let me just double check by placement. Okay. So Instagram feed, news feed. So the main placements that I use were still winning, but like the instant article and all the other things didn't drive as much conversions, but um, they didn't get that much spend either. So my Facebook news feed, Instagram news feed was generating most of my ROI. So if I wanted to optimize, I could like take out the exposure. But like I'm saying, my thing was just exposure, because look at this one. This one had a little bit of spend, but it generated a 9-to-1 return on investment on the instant article. So yeah, my theory of just getting in front of our customers as much as possible and try to just be everywhere they are before my competitors is like the mindset I would have on this. And the last two slides. The thing to do now is to grow your list immediately, because this sale option is for only people who know you exist. And so if you are looking at this, I only had 500 people on my email list. So you realistically can get to that point and at least make a couple of grand for the holiday. The easiest way to do this is by using the giveaway campaign. It is a segment that we highlighted in the training, like exact copy and paste with how to do it. Sean and Nadine actually recently ran a successful campaign. Tanika just ran a successful campaign, and they were able to grow, I think, about 200 to 300 net new people on their list in like 2 weeks or so. I think Sean and Nadine generated about $2,500 in revenue in addition to growing their list. They spent like $200 on ads. And Tanika had more people added to her list. Not sure how much revenue she generated, but very little ad spend too. So I would go back through that immediately. I'll talk to Sean outside of this to see if we could do something else like this too, because he utilized a new feature of Viper that allowed him to really generate a lot of that $2,500 in revenue. So I'll talk to him to see if we could do like a 30-minute crash course and just like best practices and what he learned on his campaign for people who are looking to do that. And I'm personally going to run a giveaway campaign now, and I'll have that end right around the time I open up my Black Friday sale to have just really engaged people. But if you don't want to do that, you don't want to spend the $50 on the software, I recommend you do. But if you don't, just do a regular lead generation ad. So just create a blog post, the best XYZ advice I've ever received, fill in the blank for your niche. So the best skincare advice, the best hair care advice, the best fashion advice, whatever, or the top 5 tips for filling your niche. So top 5 tips for women over, makeup tips for women over 50, natural hair care tips for women with kids, or fashion advice for busy entrepreneurs, or so on and so forth. Fill in the niche, create a little blog post, and have an ad run to that blog post. Zipify Pages has a really good thing where you send them there and it's an email capture form. And once they hit submit, you capture their email and it forwards them to your blog post. You could definitely do that to grow your list. So that's option number 2. But option number 1 would just be to launch a Viper giveaway. And last but not least, you only need to do these things right here to at least create a 4-figure launch. If not, depending on your store. My store was pretty new and I did 30K in like a weekend. But if you've been established and you've got more customers with and that was with the 500 person email list. If you got more than that, you could definitely do some crazy numbers. But do all this first. If you do all this and you still have some energy to do more and you're more advanced, so you have a team that can do that, these are two additional things that I'm also going to do now that I've had the foundations already secured. I'm going to reach out and recruit 10 influencers to also post about my sale and to add a link in their bio. I'm going to try to do this just for free product. There's a couple of bigger names that I'm trying to negotiate a revenue share with them, where I'll put an affiliate link in their bio and have them send it out to their email list, and also add it in their bio and promote about it a couple of times throughout the day. And I'll give them a percentage of the revenue. So that takes a little bit of energy to pull off, but well worth it. I tried it last year with 2 people and it turned out good. So I want to do it again with kind of a bigger scale. And the second piece is this is like super complex. This is like creating incentives and social proof by either having them screenshot their proof of purchase or having like sending an email to your customers to highlight or like post a sales image or something like that and add the link to their bio in order for a free thing. This is going to be like extremely tricky to pull off, but if done well, it can add a lot of virality to your thing. So let's say you email your customers or anyone who purchases through your holiday sale, in the email confirmation, you say, thanks for your purchase. Here's an extra way you can earn free product or a free gift, or a $10 gift card, $20 gift card to the store for future purchases, is by posting the image below, adding the link to your bio, keep it up until Cyber Monday and send me a screenshot back to this email, and I will give you a free gift. So this could be for everyone who purchased and participated in your Black Friday sale. Instead of sending them a traditional thank you email or a traditional thank you text, you can have, hey, thanks for your order, and then add this component to it to complicate things even more. But if this goes right, let's say you get a couple hundred people to purchase from you that day, you may have 50 to 100 people posting about you on their social media accounts, and might create additional social proof. So this is the super complicated option, not necessary. But if you've done all the things outlined here, feel free to try at least number 1 to reach out to micro influencers. And that is it. So what we're going to do now is we got about another 30 minutes earmarked. I'm going to go through the questions to see what people may have questions about. All right, cool. So first question. Sean, what happens if you offer a gift on the Monday and people have purchased before then? Our product is a higher price point, so it's not a product that people generally buy on impulse or as a subscription to some product. We've done this before and got a lot of people right in saying that it is bought, and we would like to have the bonus added to their existing offer. Great. So one of the things you can do, Sean, is think about this as having complementary products. So if you offer a sale on one thing, offer in something that complements that or an additional product with a gift on another day, so that you don't create that competition with yourself. You don't want to create, you want to create a value ladder, not a that tears up. You don't want to tear down where people who purchase early feel like they got a bad deal. You want to make the offer of the people really feel like VIPs, but then offer something different. That's all. Like that would be what my recommendation would be. So I'm not sure what your I'm not sure if you have other products like that, but if not, then it's not necessary. That's just an additional thing you can do. So it's not absolutely mandatory. Done that already, didn't tag you. How to create a bundle in Shopify. Okay. Another great question. It's actually really easy. You just go, answered it in the beginning of the product, in the beginning of the training. You just go into your products, create a new product. If you have, let's say you're going to create a product for create a new product for best-selling offer or best-selling product number one. You would just go into Canva or wherever you do, and instead of showing one item of that, you would just create an image of two of them. And the title of the product would just be product A dash holiday sale 2X, just to indicate that this is a bundle of two. And you would save that. You will adjust the pricing to indicate the discount you want to provide for your 2X bundle and save that. Then you would just create the same thing, upload an image of three of those items, update the product title to say 3X, and update the discount to show the appropriate discount for what you want to give for people who buy a bundle of three. So in my example, it was if you bought two, you got 15%. If you got three, you got 25%. And you would just add that to a holiday collections. And in Shopify and in Zipify, you can pretty much highlight those products during a certain time, and you could hide that collection of those products during a certain time of the year too. So if you remember on my Zipify page, it said something like it couldn't show it because that product was not available on my store. Where'd that go? All right. Don't want to go find that again. But essentially, you'd be able to hide that product outside of the holiday season. That's the best way I've found to do it. Just creating that bundle in Shopify. Alan says I need to get my Zipify ASAP. Yeah, you do. What if I have best-selling categories, not specific best SKUs? Simplest way to set up bundle offers or to offer discount. Phil, I'm gonna unmute you to get more clarity around that. You're unmuted now. What do you mean?
So, for instance, if one of my best-selling category are these crossbody bags, right? But within the crossbody bag, I have say 8 SKUs.
I see.
And different people just buy different ones. So if I were to create some kind of a bundle, how would that work? Because they still need to pick out the colors they want.
I see. So is the crossbody bag essentially the same, just a different variant?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, if crossbody bags are one of your top 3 best-selling items, it's just a different variant. I'm not sure if Zipify page has this, but the easiest option to do, and I haven't done this yet, but I know they have functions for different variants. I would still create this page here. I would still create this page, and they should have an option to say like variant. Like if this was crossbody bag, it should be like red, blue, black, gray, white, if it's that simple. If it's not that simple, and it's not just a matter of it's the same bag, just different color, what you may have to do is just create more of these. It may be a little bit more, or maybe you pick like the top 3 colors of that, or the top 3 best sellers, because I'm not sure all 8 of them selling equally. That's
right.
usually not the case. Do they sell equally?
No, that's usually about 3 or 4 variances that will do better.
Yeah, so I would just lead with those 3 or 4 variances.
Okay.
Yeah, I would try to as much as possible just try to drill down to the top 3 items, get them in the door first, and then use email or other things like to cross sell them and say, hey, thanks for your purchase of XYZ crossbody bag. The rest of our store is also on sale, and in the email, you could just give them like a regular discount, to like a discount code to go shop the rest of your store.
Okay, but don't put it in this page. Just keep it as simple as possible.
Well, I'm trying to keep. I'm a big fan of like trying to do more with less, and done is better than perfect. So creating this with just 3 top selling items and then 3 variants is still a couple of days worth of work. This converts a lot better. So I would just try to lead people through a simple sales funnel and then give them additional options after they already purchased from you. If
Okay.
you if you have like if you can't clearly identify 3 bestsellers and there's maybe 4 or 5, then I would take the extra effort of creating something like this and like your sales page. Like in this one, I had my top 3, but I actually had like 5 products, even though these didn't sell as good, or this one didn't. So I would
Okay.
just include that on at least on your sales page,
Okay.
your mini sales page. Did I answer your question?
Yeah, great. Thank you.
Okay, perfect. Mute. All right, so Alan is up again. Is having a small open rate a good thing? Having a small open rate is not a good thing. Higher open rate is always better, but it is what it is. Don't get caught up in those metrics too much over the holiday sale period. I would just focus on trying to send out as many emails as possible. That is what you should focus on. Deidre, I need to grow my list. Absolutely. Here's the thing though. We have about a month or so until this time. Everyone could absolutely grow their list to 3, 4, 500 people between now and then. And as you can see, I did 30K in a holiday sale just with 500 people on my email list. One very important thing that I forgot to mention is that you should create let's say you're going to launch this on Monday. You should create these ads for the holiday sale. You should create these ads, move this out the way. You should create these ads a few days before, get them approved, and just pause them so that on Monday you're not launching ads and waiting hours for it to be approved. You're literally just like turning them on. So if you're going to launch these on Monday, at least from like the Thursday before, create all of these, duplicate all this like I just showed you, and then just put them on pause. So like Sunday at midnight or like Monday morning, get up really early at like 6 a.m. and just turn them on and just let them go. I forgot to mention that. That's very important. Need to grow my list. The best ads to grow the list. I covered that. The best ads to grow your list would be the giveaway campaign that I outlined in the training. And Sean, Nadine, Tanika, a whole lot of people have used it already and found some success with it. That's the absolute easiest and fastest way to grow your list. So I would go over that. You can generate revenue while growing your list. Oftentimes you can grow your list for free or at a profit, because the funnel we teach is to grow your list while offering them an opportunity to buy from you. So 9 times out of 10, you may grow your list by a couple hundred people and make a couple hundred, if not a couple $1,000s. So it's something that I'd recommend doing every other month just to keep growing your list and add in additional revenue. So it's in the training portal. Just go ahead and launch that campaign. What's the best campaign incentive to grow your list? Just answer that question. All these tips sound great, but I'm completely new to e-commerce. Some of them is foreign. Just launched 2 weeks ago. I have no clue what I'm doing. That's okay. Just go through the training. Try to be prudent as possible. Like pretty much everybody on here was a beginner at some point, and they're now like launching ads and doing a lot of stuff. It's just go through the training. You have about 4 weeks to do that. Don't try to jump ahead and do this. Go through the training. By week 4, we talk about running ads, and that would make a lot more sense to you. So go through the training, try to stick to it as much as possible, and show up on the weekly calls, and I'll help you get anything answered. And if you do that within 3 to 4 weeks, this will make so much sense to you. There's a module on Zipify pages that I just talked about. There's some training on some email stuff. There's some training on ads. And so just go through the training and you'll be in good shape, Olympia. Don't worry about it. Kendra said, could a bundle be 2 or more of any of my primers? Like they could bundle the face and eye primers, whichever combo they like. Kendra, let me unmute you because I'm unsure. Kendra, you there?
Yeah, hi, thank you. Yeah, so I definitely see what you're saying about bundles, and I'm just thinking, I get people that will buy like a face and an eye, or like an eye and a lip. Should I be like, is that considered a bundle, or that's not really a bundle?
Got it. So how do you sell? You sell all 3 primers individually, then you sell a kit with all of them combined?
I do, yeah. I have a trio kit, or you can buy them individually, or yeah. Yes.
Okay, so in that example, that's not how you'd bundle. You would put 2 face, 3 face, 4 face as a bundle, and then 2 eye, 3 eye, 4 eye as a bundle, and then you can still sell your trio kit, and possibly even how much is your trio kit for?
It's 96. It's discounted, I think, 10% if they buy it as the trio versus individually.
Yeah, so I would probably position that more so as like a gift given option, and probably throw like an incentive in there, either like one of the things that we did last year that worked really well, because we have a kit too, is we didn't do it this first year, so I didn't show you, but for items that are gift given options, this is a real good time to give people an idea to buy gifts for people, because they're not only shopping for themselves.
Totally. Yeah. What about doing like a gift with purchase? If you buy a trio, we'll toss in a lip primer or something like that.
Yeah. So for the gift giving, what I found that worked really well is by making it really gift giving. Like if you buy this kit, we'll like wrap it for you, or we'll give you like a bag, or like make it really easy for them to purchase a gift. Like let's say if there's a guy on your list, they would buy it for their wife, or if there's a lady on your list that wants to buy it for their mom or their significant other, or there's some other person they care about. Kind of position the gift as, hey, we have this special holiday package for you if you buy the trio. It comes in this like gift bag. It comes with like a holiday card. It's like something like that that makes it easier for them to buy that, because you don't really want to bundle the kit. You want to give like a different value. And so the value with buying the kit is that it's like a ready to go Christmas gift.
Yeah, just give them a really beautiful finished, super easy, one and done. You did it, you're good.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, thank you.
No problem. The emails we all send, true to final day. What's the content? Are they sales emails, different visually, or broken up with sale? Hopefully for a sales mention. Right. Let me show you. So they're very simple. Literally, I was in business for a few months, and wasn't really that fancy. So they were, just hey, holiday sales here, like straight to the point. They weren't fancy stuff. Let's see. Sean says, I think I only had 500 opens and 5,000 people on my list. Possibly. Let me look at this information. Yep, Sean, you're absolutely right. That was the case. My bad, everyone. I mislooked at that. I had a lot more than 500 emails, but only 500 people opened it. So can still do some damage between now and then. Thanks for pointing that out, Sean. But let me go back to the other email. Yeah, Sean's right. I did definitely have more than 500 emails. Oh, it's the same thing. Yeah, so they're really simple. At this time, yeah, there's literally like the same exact email, just different, a little different headline. This one said, "Shop our Black Friday deals." This one said, "We're offering the lowest prices of the year." And this one said similar the same thing. So not a lot of variety, as I mentioned, doing it from experience and what I would do this year. I would definitely segment and do a few of these things here, if you can. So this would be the updated strategy. I showed you what I did to start off just because I wanted to meet a lot of people where they were. And I think at this point, it's kind of like very similar. I just launched in like 5 months prior. And that's what I did then, but I would improve it a little bit by doing a couple of these options if it makes sense to you. And that link should go directly to their holiday sales, your holiday sales page. Do you have examples of tips content for the emails? Yeah, so very similar to Kendra's question. Don't complicate it, man. Just say, I would switch up the campaign. So if you're going to send the first one, similar to the ad copy, I would say this. I would say headlines like this. Oh, where is it? Early access sale for VIP customers, or shop our Black Friday sale now, or 40% off sale, early access for VIP customers. I would really only play around with the headlines, the actual content, just straight to the point. So just highlighting your best sales, having them click to your landing page, your mini sales page that I showed you, that I highlighted the different products with the different value ladder. And then for if you are already a little bit more advanced than I was my first year, and you can cross sell like very different things, like if you want to do one for maybe bras and one for maybe underwear or something like that, or in Viola's case, like a sling bag versus a backpack, or if you want to do something similar, you could segment that list. But really, the headlines and the body is all the same. Even if you segment, I would send the exact same headline and the exact same thing to everybody. So I would just brainstorm a couple of really good headlines to use and just try them out. The important part is to use different headlines with each one. Outside of that, the actual content could be the same. Just remind people. People are really busy this day. There's a lot of stuff going on and they're just busy. Some of them mean to purchase from you. That's why the last email I sent at midnight still did about the same as all the emails I sent each day. I wish I would have sent more emails because I thought that I didn't want to bother people. But the reality is people are just so busy and they're doing things and they mean to purchase. You just have to remind them. So send a whole bunch of emails, use different headlines. Later on in the day, say stuff like last call or last chance or hey, last bribe, and just make it really fun depending on your customer persona and how you communicate in your brand. Customize it to that, but just don't overcomplicate it and just get in front of them as much as possible. Sean has a follow-up question. How do you send out SMS? Facebook communication, are you using up for that? Yes, I do. So you can use what's this thing called? What's this app that I use? So for Facebook communications, there's this thing called ManyChat that I use for SMS blasts and stuff like that. And I use this other app that I've been testing out now that has been doing pretty good. It's like a Facebook Messenger follow-up and list building app. which is called, what's this thing called? Shop Message. You can send abandoned cart messages to their Facebook group and stuff like that. That is what I would do. Klaviyo just rolled out, just announced that they're going to do SMS. There's not a real good SMS one for Shopify. I use something that is not built for Shopify, so it's not that great. So I probably wouldn't recommend that. But Klaviyo has one, and I think SMS Bump is another one for Shopify. But I didn't have that great experience using the text message one because it wasn't a great direct fit for Shopify, but had a great experience with the Facebook Messenger and email. Let's skip some stuff. Okay, cool. Do you think you can help me pick out the best bundles? Think about a hoodie and a t-shirt. You get for your shirt, a campaign for your socks, not sure. I was gonna post some ads, so I'd like feedback in the group. All right, BG. The best way to do that would be to look at your history, maybe over the last 90 days or the last 120 days. And you can do a search in Shopify under your reports by search sales by product. And then you can see what your best sellers are. And what I was saying is that you should offer a bundle on that. So clothing is a little different, especially if people you try to encourage them to buy it as gifts for other people. But if you can't sell the same thing, what I would try to do is to group them into categories. Like you can say things like, if you buy 2 shirts, you get X discount. 3 shirts, you get X discount. Or if you buy X hoodie, so on and so forth. And so you may want to bundle by type of product, like shirt, hoodie, pants, or shirt, hoodie, socks, etc. And for that, you may be better off using the Shopify discount thing, which I forgot to show you guys. So where is that at? It's right here. So if you go into discounts, you can actually create an automatic discount code. And if you do it, you could do it to specific collections. So if you create a holiday collection, you can add a discount here. And you can do a lot of things based on the sale you want. You can do a lot of things like flat percentage or a fixed amount or buy X to get X. So you can do this. And what would happen is you can add a collection or you can add a specific product. So if you created t-shirts or a collection of anything here, and your bundle might be a specific collection, if someone either buys a minimum quantity of items, so if they buy 2 things, then they get a 15% discount. And go back up to percentage. And then you create this deal. And what would happen is the minute they're on your website and they do a minimum of 2, they get this deal. And then you could bump this up to 3, they get 25% discount. And this would automatically be applied to your entire store. And so you can play around with this. This might be a little easier for you because you've got a bunch of different things and your products are different. But this is a new option that is pretty cool on Shopify. And you could either do it for a minimum purchase amount or a minimum quantity, up to you. But the idea is to have a value ladder and incentivize them more with a bigger discount the more they buy. So your discount offsets your total cart value. Hopefully that makes sense. And yeah, as you figure that out, you want to drop the stuff in the group. That's the right place to do it. Drop it in the group and we'll definitely take a look at it and make sure you're squared away. This says, if they purchase that day, should we have Klaviyo not send emails to buyers on the same day? Say they buy after your first email. Are you sending 6? Can you have it stop? Yeah, you can actually do that. So on the first email, you can create a segment in Klaviyo. You can, like, let's say you created email called, like, internal campaign memo called holiday email 1. You can send that out at, let's say, 7 a.m. and let's say by midday you can send, let's say, let me start over. Holiday email 1, send to all list. Let's say, just keep it simple. Send it at 7 a.m. At 12 p.m., you can create a segment, which is auto-populating from Klaviyo, that said anyone who send this to everyone except anyone who clicked the link before and bought a product, or exclude anyone who bought a product today. So send it to everyone except for people who purchased today, or send it to everyone except for people who clicked the link and purchased at least one product today, and send it to everyone else. I would continue sending it to people who open it and even people who click the link, as long as they didn't buy. And so, because people have good intentions, their phone may have died or they got carried away. So I would send it to everyone, and like the subsequent emails, just create that segment that should auto-populate that says if anyone purchased today, or has at least added one, purchased at least one product today, or clicked on the link and purchased one product today, exclude them. And for those people, you would have that separate conversation with people who purchased throughout the holiday and say, hey, VIP customer, just wanted to give you one last chance to save some money. Here's a different incentive if you purchase again. Or, hey, I saw that you bought product number 1, but you didn't buy product number 2. So I just wanted to give you an opportunity to buy product number 2 because you're a VIP. So you would treat people who purchase differently. Still email them. You'd be surprised at how many people buy multiple times over the course of your holiday sale. So don't think because they bought once, just leave them alone. But you don't want to give them a general blast. You want to make them seem special and let them know that you appreciate their business and you want to give them another opportunity to purchase again. Correct. Creating that segment in Klaviyo that excludes people who purchase. You can set it for anyone who purchased. The easiest way to segment it is creating a segment that, let's say you start on the 23rd of November. You can just set the date and say, hey, anyone who purchased between the 23rd and the 27th, add them to this list called holiday shoppers. And you could just exclude them from your emails. And then also, when you want to send an email to people who shop in your holiday sale, that segment will already be there. That's absolutely correct, Kendra. Do you think $100 free shipping is good? Or is it better to say have a lower number like $50? That's really hard to say. In generally the for free shipping, what you should look at is what your average order value is. So let's say if your product is like $30, and you want them to get to like $60, and your average ordered out value is like 40, you would make your free shipping threshold like $50 or something like that. So you incentivize people to buy more. So in your case, if your numbers add up to where 100 would make people purchase more than one, like if your products are 50, $60, then obviously your free shipping would be better at $100. But for the holiday sale, free shipping isn't good enough. So only free shipping isn't really going to move the needle. You're much better off just offering a bundle and just incentivizing the discount of the bundle to equal the dollar amount. So if you're trying to get people to, let's say your average thing is 50 or $60, and you want to get people to spend at least $100 with you, just create that value ladder so that if they spend over $100, they get the biggest discount. Because realistically, free shipping is something people expect just like throughout the year, especially with Amazon. So I haven't found that free shipping alone helps with conversions on holiday sales. Unless, of course, you add it on to something. So you may say like, that might be something you add on for Black Friday or Cyber Monday. You may do whatever discounts you're doing plus free shipping and a gift or something like that. That's the only time like free shipping comes in handy, when it's in addition to the bundle. Yeah, so Deidre said essentially that. Yeah, that's correct. So you can offer free shipping because it's valuable, but it needs to be bundled, or it needs to be coupled with something else. Like free shipping alone hasn't proven to be a really great incentive for people to shop. And it's okay if you don't want to give like 35 or 40% discounts, depending on your profit margins. You have to do what makes sense. You can do 10, 15, 20, 25%, but people go crazy during the holidays. So you kind of have to know your market and what other people are doing. And if you are going to offer a big discount, make sure that you can make it up with bundling. So that's why bundling becomes very important, because it gives perceived value to the customer that they're getting a big discount on. But you aren't really worried about percentage. You're more worried about like the actual cash that you bring in. So for example, if your product's $30 and you never give 30% off, and your product's $10 and you would only make $10 in margin on that, probably not that great. But if you get that person to spend $100 with you, and per transaction, or let's say $90, that'd be easier to do the math. Per transaction, you would be able to pocket $30+, even though that 30% percentage sucks, which you need to look at cash being deposited in your bank account. So the only way you would offer that crazy discount is if you can still have more cash deposited in your bank account than you would other way have from doing this bundle. So that's kind of the way to think about it. Is there an app in Shopify that allows you to add multiple coupon codes at checkout? Example, free shipping and 30% off for 2 separate codes. So generally speaking, you can only add 1 checkout code per transaction. Now, there are other things you can do, like to make this happen. You can do coupon codes for whatever stuff. And then in your shipping section of your store, you can set shipping thresholds. So let's say you normally charge $5, you can set a shipping threshold that, hey, if the ticket is $50 or more, then you get free shipping. So that would be the way to do that. You wouldn't necessarily need an app to add free shipping plus a code. You would just need to, instead of creating a free shipping discount with thresholds, you would just update your shipping policy to provide free shipping over a threshold, and then you could create separate coupon codes. That was for Alan. BG said that makes sense on info. I love it. True, Amazon hurts the shipping game and no margin $5 what matters. Yep. Yeah, so that's the best way to think about it. And that's why it's so important. Like one of the most important concepts that is going to bring success is that this concept right here of you have to start before your competitors. That's why all of this makes sense, because you don't give them an opportunity to like shop around, right? If you are able to offer even a shittier discount, let's say your customers are going to be, your competitors are going to be given a 30% discount, and you want to offer 25 and you wait until Black Friday, your customers are being sold from multiple people and they have an opportunity to make a more informed decision. If you beat your competitors to it and you make it seem like this is a early access VIP sale that you need to like create scarcity around, if the offer is good enough, they won't wait until Cyber Monday to have your competitors. And so that's why to wait to see what your competitors do. So you're going to capture a large part of the audience that's sitting on the fence that would buy from you or from someone else. And once their discretionary income is gone, it's gone. So the game is to give a crazy offer by incentivizing them to spend more with you and trying to get in front of them before your competitors can. That is like the real secret to this strategy. Start early and bundle. Cool. So this looks like the end of the questions, which is great. We're a couple minutes over, but no worries on my end. So if you can, and if you found this training valuable, I appreciate that. Please tag me on Instagram on your story and let me know that you thought this information was valuable. I will also probably come up with a prize of some sort for the person who executes and get like a competition of some sort of the person who executes on this and gets the best results. And I don't know what the prize will be yet. I am trying to create a deal for like a partner to get you either access to some stuff for a free, like a few months, like access to software, or that I will pay for your Shopify hosting for a few months, or just maybe just give you some ad spend credit. I have to figure that out yet, but I'm going to brainstorm how I could incentivize you guys to really try to put this to the test. And I know for sure that you'd be able to get a good rush of cash in your business and to finish out the year stronger by implementing this. So tag me on Instagram, tag me on any questions you have in the Facebook group, and let's work towards trying to implement this as soon as possible so that you have about 4 weeks or so before the holiday rush. So go ahead and implement this, and I'm super happy to help you grow your list until then, or implement any of these things. That's a great place to use like the coaching calls to answer any of these questions or get through any of this stuff. So peace out, guys. Amazing questions, and I'm looking forward to helping you guys hit some good numbers this holiday season, because it's a huge gold mine waiting for us. So good luck and implementing all this. And once again, this recording will be in the Q&A call portal. It'll just be a special title, holiday sale. I might like create a bonus section for it and add it there too, just so it's easier to spot, so you guys can come back through and read through this. All right. Peace out, guys. Talk to you on Monday. What did you guys do for the holiday sales?
We had bundles. We had buy one, get one. We strategized through through Facebook Messenger, that we sent out to our specific most buyers a pre-sale that showed a new product that was specific to them, because they were previous buyers that stuck with us through years. So we gave them like a sneak peek first, and then on Black Friday we gave people a higher sale too. So people are expecting 20% and got like 25. And then we also did one thing that we started before everybody else did. So we started like 2 weeks prior, where people had all their money. And by the time Black Friday came in, they already had spent money with us. So they weren't like missing out on much of a sale, because we didn't go all out on Black Friday, knowing that the prices for ads on Black Friday are higher.
Dope. So a lot of the stuff that we talked about, what'd you guys do high level revenue wise? You remember that first time?
The first time we ran it, we ran it on a small budget of like $1,000, and we got like 7 times revenue. And then the second time we did it, which was 2018, we ran like a $4,000 budget and we got like 20 grand back.
Yeah, I told you to spend some more money. Yeah, so you did about like a 3x return on that. Not bad.
I think it was like a 5x return
On 2018.
on 2018 compared to the first time, which was 7x. But the first time it was just a test and we were just starting out with trying to spend higher. And also there was a lot less people spending money on ads though.
All right, cool. Well, hopefully we can get some other wins, and I'm going to break down everything for everybody. You have more experience on ads than the average person, so I'm going to break down everything now. Also, outside of ads, just email the strategies to execute on all of this. So we're going to pretty much break down everything. Let me share my screen with you, and this is going to be recorded, so you guys could come back here and review everything. Share my screen. Where's this at? All right, can everyone see this? Cool. And so I'm gonna save all questions till the end. And if you have questions along the way, just drop it in the chat and we will call on you along the way, all right? Let me make sure this is being recorded.